I'm going to start to talk a little bit more about the importance of our words, and they're going to reframe our minds so that we're going towards and we're drawn towards the things that are going to be beneficial for us. And so there are certain things that God has brought to my attention about myself to speak over my life, things that are applicable to me and things that I have discovered are applicable to a lot of the people that I've worked with. And so these are the phrases. Some people call them affirmations or confessions, but they're statements of truth that you're intentionally framing your mind to remember and to respond to. And so the first thing is going to be to open yourself up to God speaking into your life. Okay, I spoke about practicing the pause. And really, that's with everything. And it's stopping so that you're giving God a chance to help you out. And we need help. So when it comes to the words, I'm just going to start sharing some specific confessions, words of truth that I have found are beneficial for myself and my clients. And hopefully they're things that you can take a hold of too, or things that are applicable to your specific situation. Also, I'll share some ways in which you can take a truth from the Bible and apply it to your life. Speaking of how that is to affect us, the Bible is not just some old book that has rules in it. You know what I mean? No, the stories in the Bible, these are people that did the same things that we see going on today. These are the same temptations and sins that we've engaged in. And so it's human, but it also gives us the truth of God. And so it's full of hope and it's full of power. And so these are some of the things that I'll also be bringing to you so that you can have that confidence and security in the one that created us, the one that loves us more than anything. And that type of security or knowing is something that we can only get from him. We have that spot on the inside of us, that place on the inside of us for him. And so the first confession, statement of truth that I want to share with you is that food is not your comfort. God is. And I know there's so many of you that can relate to this because I get that feedback all the time of, I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm happy sometimes. And the point is that no matter what the emotion, that's not what you use. You eat when you're bored or using food as company. I've done that. Being single and not having a human body there, it was so easy to just let me find out, what I can have. And of course I said, okay, well, let me make sure that it's healthy, but still it doesn't matter if it's a food that's healthy if I'm misusing it. So if my vehicle needs gasoline and it needs gasoline, but I'm over putting in too much gasoline, well, the beneficial thing now is not beneficial. And so this is what's important, is really allowing God to identify what those things are on the inside of us, all those places that the enemy has lied to us about, that we've believed, that many times we don't even know that we believe in. We don't even know the narrative that is motivating us to do the things that we're doing. We just know we don't like the outcome. And then we get into this, I got to stop. We do another diet. We try to strain and we put on a girdle. All of these things from the outside in, when that's not even where the lasting results come from. It needs to come from the inside. And that change on the inside, it takes place first with the one who created us, because he's going to lead us the best way and in the safest way. And what I mean by safe, I mean we're secure, like knowing and having confidence that, you know what, the one that cannot lie is the one that's actually leading and guiding me. And so let's start here. Food is not your comfort. God is. The God of all comfort that the word says. The one that comforts us, and that comfort that we get from him, that we can give it to other people. That same comfort. This is the one that can comfort us, give us the real comfort that's not going to be detrimental. And there are different ways in which we can do this. Going back to practicing the pause, inviting him in that situation enables him, allows him to give us the comfort we need. Therefore, there's no more empty space. I've done this before when it comes to eating, like after I've eaten. And of course, pausing before you make a decision is great. But I found that overeating, that motive can be revealed by bringing God into it. So one of the things that I did is after I've eaten, I'll just start thanking God for it. Like, thank you for the idea of the meal. Thank you for the healthy food that you supply. Thank you for the ability to digest the food. Thank you that this food is going to go in and really bring about nourishment and healing to all of those areas that need to be healed, the joints, the muscle, the brain. Thank you for being here with me. And that shift towards him, that enables him to then come in and fill up that place that I could potentially fill up with something else. And so how can you bring God into your meals? How can you bring him into your life? Because let's face it, a lot of the decisions that we make that end up being bad for us and others, they're because we didn't pause. We just responded. This is the first confession today, is food is not my comfort. God is.